Roy, you know there's one question on my mind, and I appreciate you answering it. Does Floyd Mayweather want the smoke with Roy Jones Jr.?
Floyd Mayweather, anybody else that wants to smoke with Roy Jones, you know damn well they can get in on Floyd. Has there ever been a question? That's one thing that's different from Roy. That's the difference between Roy and Floyd. Floyd picked who he fought. Roy fought whoever the fuck came. So don't get me trouble. He already cut.
They must have really forgot. They must have really forgot.
Don't be sorry, Jim. Don't be sorry.
But no, anybody come my way, man, I'm always ready, bro.
Did you feel disrespect? Like, I mean, obviously you did feel disrespected.
I play stupid games, you know what I mean? Like I said, when this man was supposing him up over there in Dubai, I was going to do this try to lobby to make sure he got home okay. You understand me? So no matter what the difference may be, I still respect you as a champion. Now you're not my top five, but I still respect you as a champion.
Boxing at Fight Hype. Talk to me about this Floyd Mayweather. We gonna get this fight?
If he want it.
If he want it, what's your final message to Floyd?
You already know.
You know, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm born that way.
That's it.
Ain't nothing no ever change.
You can knock him out. Your prime versus his prime, you were way better, right?
You got an X?
Floyd Mayweather has just shocked the boxing world again. The man who calls himself TBE, the best ever, has officially locked in his next fight for December. And it's not against Jake Paul, Manny Pacquiao, or any of the other names floating around for months. This time, Floyd is stepping into the ring with a fellow legend, a man whose name still makes fight fans nod with respect, Roy Jones Jr. Two of the greatest to ever lace up gloves, both in their mid-50s now, and yet the hype for this one is already through the roof. People are calling it a battle for the history books, while others are saying it's nothing but a money grab. But one thing is for sure, this matchup is going to have the boxing world talking from now until fight night.
Is there something that you want to elaborate on, or is there something that maybe you don't like about Floyd?
One thing I don't like is that you don't respect elders. You talk about Muhammad Ali got beat by an 8-0 fighter. That 8-0 fighter was an Olympian who was a monster, who, if you had a monster like that in your weight class, you wouldn't fight him at that time. You understand where I'm coming from? So, that being said, you're disrespecting the greatest fighter of all time. And if you disrespect him, you disrespect anybody. So you have no respect. But when you see me, you're gonna have some respect. Because if you wanna get it, we can get it. I'm willing to go earn my respect.
But I didn't hear you say anything disrespectful about Floyd.
I never do. I'm not the disrespectful type of guy. That's not who I am. I'm the type of guy. The reason I'm not disrespectful is because when I say something, I'm ready to die for it. So if I say this, I'm willing to die for this. You understand me?
You stand on it.
I stand on it. You understand me? I'm not, like I said, I don't think LeBron is not a great player. I'm not one of the greatest players of all time. But if you ask me, in your opinion, my opinion, which I'm entitled to, you think LeBron and Mike, I'm gonna say Mike because I saw what Mike went through to get where he got. So I got my own reason why I'm gonna probably like Mike. I'm not saying just you're trash. No, you're not. I'm not saying you're not a great player.
Right.
I'm not saying you're not one of the top five. Because you could be that, you feel me? And in most people's opinion, you probably are. Some people's opinion, you probably top one. That's not, I can't say, oh, I'm right and everybody's wrong. No, that's just my opinion.
Right.
I'm entitled to my opinion. But I will fight about my opinion. So if you got a problem with my opinion, whoever, call my house. It ain't changed.
News broke early this morning when both Mayweather Promotions and Jones's camp released identical teaser videos on social media. Floyd was seen stepping out of a private jet in a tailored suit, saying, "December, you all know what it is, greatness versus greatness." Within minutes, Twitter, Instagram, and boxing forums went wild. Everyone started coming out with who they got winning this fight.
Yeah, I heard. I heard all about it. I saw Roy Jones call out Floyd Mayweather after Floyd Mayweather's subliminal disses. I saw it. And you guys are hitting me up repeatedly. Showbiz, who do you have if Roy Jones and Floyd Mayweather were to fight? And, you know, I must say, Roy Jones is my favorite fighter ever. He's my favorite fighter ever. You guys know I was a huge fanboy and all those things. I've said it repeatedly. But if they were to fight, I'll be rooting on Floyd Mayweather, man. Listen, I can't. Listen, regardless of how many times I've criticized Floyd and his career or whatever, Tim T has always shown me love, man. Floyd Mayweather showed me love, his son, his family. Look, Tim T has always shown love, bro. They have kept it a bean. I just never really been able to connect with Roy like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen him a few times. But I'm going with Floyd on this one, man.
Floyd has been in exhibition mode for a while now. He's fought influencers, MMA stars, kickboxers, even guys who are making their pro debut.
Crazy that everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game. I said, okay. I said, you know, fighters fighting, they make 3 million, 4 million, 6 million, 7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million. But I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight and get a guaranteed 35 million when I'm doing exhibitions and getting 100 million?
But after some criticism that his opponents were either too inexperienced or too irrelevant, it looks like Floyd wanted to prove he can still step in with a real legend.
In the grapevine, I heard that Floyd needs this fight because he needs money. I mean, realistically, I can understand that. The guy spends his money like a kid. It's so stupid what he spends his money on. What, like 9 Bugattis, 20 Lamborghinis, 50 Rolexes? Like that's just idiocy. Oh, okay, cool. It's cool to have it, show it off, but it's idiocy. This guy is walking around with like stacks of money. Don't you realize that money devalues? It's just idiocy. My guy, you need to learn to invest. Oh my gosh. I can give you a whole video on investing. I mean, if you really want me to, I will, but I mean, it's just insane. The guy even spends his money like a f***ing kid.
Roy Jones Jr. fits that bill perfectly. This is a man who, in his prime, was untouchable. His speed, reflexes, and unorthodox style made him one of the most dominant fighters in history.
They love, like, you know, elite combat sports athletes, and Roy Jones Jr. in his prime was the fucking man.
When you talk about the all-time greats, you can, in his prime, he may have, I would say he's the best technician ever.
One of the best athletes that's ever competed in boxing. He was so fast.
Think about that one round he had with Vinny Pazienza, where only round in
CompuBox history.
Yeah, in CompuBox history where Vinny Pazienza couldn't land a punch.
And even in his later years, Roy's ability to draw a crowd never disappeared, especially after his 2020 exhibition with Mike Tyson.
Somebody said, and this was kind of hilarious, someone said, hey, I heard that they're just going to just mess around and that they're not going to go for the knockout. I go, do you know who the fuck you're talking about? I go, you're talking about Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. Do you really believe that? That two of the all-time greats, once they start throwing hands, that it won't get crazy?
Well, of course it is, because both of us are who we are, and we're going to show our skills, and nobody's going to want to look stupid, and it's just going to be interesting, I think.
Yeah. Do you have any other people in mind? Like, do you have a game plan in mind, like after Roy, or are you just thinking only about Roy right now?
At this moment, only Roy, but it's just some interesting people that we have that I'm going to announce later.
Now, there was some talk of you and Roy way back in the day when Roy fought John Ruiz and won the heavyweight title.
So why December? According to insiders, both fighters wanted enough time to get in proper shape and promote the event. The fight will reportedly take place in Dubai, where Floyd has been spending a lot of time lately, especially after all the legal controversies that have kept him in the headlines over the last year.
Floyd Mayweather being held by government officials in Dubai. Yeah. Look, I thought Gervonta Davis was playing, you know what I mean? Say Floyd Mayweather had been messing over with people money and shit, so they holding his ass hostage, you know? Flostage, you know what I mean? Yeah, Floyd hostage, flostage. That's some new shit. But anyway, they say they holding him hostage. He can't leave Dubai. Where they do this at, bro? I thought Floyd, last time I seen him, he had barrels of money. So where that money at, I don't know. You know what I mean? Gervonta Davis was mad because Floyd called him zesty. I seen his little dance moves. I don't know where they do that at. They call that man a tank. I don't know nothing about that. I never seen him fight. I know I can fight. I never seen Tank Davis fight. You know what I mean? I know his name. I never seen him fight. I just seen him dance. You know what I mean? So for me not knowing him, I would have called that zesty too. You know what I mean? I would have called that zesty too. But he said he'll knock Floyd out. Floyd just a little featherweight, so I don't know.
Before we get too ahead of ourselves, let's break down the format. This is not going to be a traditional 12-round championship bout. Sources say we're looking at an 8-round exhibition with 3-minute rounds, no headgear, full-size gloves, but best believe both guys will try to take each other's heads off. Roy didn't even want this to be an exhibition. He wanted all the smoke. Even with the exhibition tag, both men are reportedly taking this seriously. Roy's coach has already confirmed that training camp is starting next week. And if you've been following Floyd's social media, you know he's been keeping himself in shape, hitting the pads and doing those signature mid-drills with unshakable precision. On paper, Floyd doesn't need this fight. He's 50-0 as a pro. He's made hundreds of millions. And his legacy as one of the greatest defensive fighters in history is already cemented.
Speaking of boxing, do you think Floyd's the GOAT?
Oh, undeniably. I don't even think it's close. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
As far as like an actual fighter for fight, like fight for fight, pound for pound, the Floyd, how can he not be the greatest? Like as far as like he's never lost. He's the greatest defensive fighter without a doubt.
Even close.
I don't even think it's a debate.
It's not a debate.
Floyd's been hit hard maybe 4 times in his career.
It's not a debate.
He's touched the floor 1 time, bro.
It's not a debate.
How do you fight 50 times and touch the floor once?
But here's the thing. Floyd thrives on attention. He knows that stepping into the ring with another Hall of Famer is going to bring a different kind of spotlight. It's also about bragging rights. Floyd has often been compared to Roy in debates about pound-for-pound greatness. Fans and even pros have argued for decades about who would win if they had fought in their primes.
Because when you mention great fighters, right, 90% of your great fighters are black, the ones from the past. Now, with the Eastern Bloc coming on like they are, there's going to be some great ones coming on now. Even with Lil Tony, as you see, these guys are going to be great. They're going to start eclipsing and coming up there too. But right now, if you had to name 5 of the best fighters of all time, 4 of them are going to be black. You understand me? Who did he beat that was black in his prime, that was in their prime, that was on his level? Nobody.
While this fight won't answer that question directly, Floyd knows that beating Roy, even at this stage, will give him another point in his favor in that eternal debate. For Roy, this is about proving he's still got something left in the tank. He's 55 now, but he's never truly stepped away from the sport. Even after officially retiring, Roy has done exhibitions, trained fighters, and stayed active in the gym. He's the type of guy who loves the game too much to fully walk away.
What's happening, fight fans around the world? I know how y'all are. I know y'all enjoy this thing of boxing. I know we play games and people have their issues and people have opinions. It's cool too. I got opinions and I'm allowed to say my opinions or speak my opinions. And if somebody was trying to send me a subliminal message, it worked. Because if you want to prove that you're better than me, I'm always ready. Wide open, ready to go. It's called.
Let's not forget that there is real beef involved. It all began when Floyd Mayweather made a subtle jab, not directly at Roy Jones Jr., but at Muhammad Ali. While Floyd has always shown respect for Ali, he's been clear that he doesn't consider him the greatest of all time. That opinion alone already unsettles a lot of boxing purists. Things really heated up when Floyd threw shade by comparing Ali and Roy, saying both built their defense on footwork, and once those legs slowed, their greatness went right out the window. On paper, it might have sounded like technical analysis, but to Roy Jones Jr., it came off as deeply disrespectful, not just toward him, but toward Ali as well.
So once, I think probably 74, he was watching Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier. Wow. And I was watching the fight, and my father was really intrigued and really into it. So as I was watching, I was like, what he's doing is aggravating him, making him mad. He want to kill him, but he can't because he's not mad. He's enjoying the fact that he's aggravating him.
In an interview with Seconds Out's Radio, Raheem, Roy didn't hold back. If you disrespect Ali, I can't respect you. And just like that, the tension between them hit a boiling point.
He did, and that's fine. I went out of my way to troll him a little bit now. If you want to fight, come on. I mean, I ain't tripping. You ain't got to troll me. Come see me. That's who I am. I don't do talk well, you know.
Have you heard anything from him or anybody in the camp?
No, I ain't heard nothing yet, but they know where I'm at, and they know how to find me.
I mean, you think there's a possibility, Roy? Like, we might get this exhibition?
Ain't going to be no exhibition. I want it real. Ain't no sense being an exhibition. What we going to play for? We both fight for real. What we playing for? Wasn't no exhibition. We didn't make it real. Exhibition for people playing. We ain't playing. I ain't anyway.
I mean, I'm being kind of lighthearted about this. You seem a little intense. I've interviewed you a lot of times. I don't think I've seen this look in your eye before.
Well, I mean, I don't bother nobody. I'm authorized. I can have my own opinion. If you got a problem with my opinion, then anything I say, I'll be willing to fight about. That's why I don't fuss much, because if I say it, I mean it. And if you want to do something about it, come on.
All right, real quickly.
Inside the ring, outside the ring, I don't care. We'll do whatever, however, wherever you want to do it. That's what I'm built for this.
Roy clapped back hard, ripping into Floyd's legacy. He called that perfect 50-0 record smoke and mirrors, accusing Mayweather of cherry-picking fights, dodging prime contenders, and avoiding the kind of high-stakes risks that made legends like Ali immortal. And this didn't just happen once. Roy Jones Jr. kept taking shots at Floyd's career.
Mayweather, Roy.
I don't know what's going on with him. Sugar Ray Leonard said himself he thought he would beat him. The reason I tell people I thought Sugar would beat him is because when you mention great fighters, right? 90% of your great fighters are black, the ones from the past. Now, with the Eastern Bloc coming on like they are, there's going to be some great ones coming on now. Even with Lil Tony, as you see it, these guys are going to be great. They're going to start eclipsing and coming up there too. But right now, if you had to name 5 of the best fighters of all time, 4 of them are going to be black. You understand me? Who did he beat that was black in his prime, that was in their prime, that was on his level? Nobody. Sugar Ray Leonard beat Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns twice, Roberto Duran, who would be one of the other people on that pound list. He beat guys that were Floyd Mayweather Sr. He beat guys that were at their prime, no matter what color they were. He beat all of them at their prime. Him and Tommy fought when they both had O's. Not when Tommy got beat by Iran Barkley. That's too late to beat Tommy. If you beat him after that, it don't count. You understand me? So it's not that. I'm not saying Floyd's not a great fighter, but I can't put him ahead of guys who have crossed that line like that. When I put you in with an equal opposition, now I can judge and say, hey, you did that, you go on that line. But Terrence Crawford was there all these years. He never fought him. He fought Canelo, who was way younger than Crawford, 3 years younger than Crawford. But Crawford was there too, but you never called Crawford's name.
Is there like some sort of tensions and beef between you? Or?
He got mad because I said that on All the Smoke, and then he started put up some video of him watching some of the fights I had in my later career where I got knocked out. He said, look at the highlights. Yeah, they make the highlights. But those highlights are probably more exciting than your highlights. Still, you feel me? But when you play with me, I'm not ducking or dodging nothing. Still, my name's still Roy Jones Jr. I don't care. I get in shape right now for anybody. Running ain't my game. I never duck and dodge. I'm not that guy.
Do you think he'll fight you?
I don't know if he will. I'm welcome. I'm wide open for it. So let's go.
And on that note, always a pleasure, my man. Thank you.
As for Floyd, he didn't fire back with words. Instead, he uploaded a cold, silent YouTube short, just him calmly watching a montage of Roy's most brutal knockouts. No caption, no facial reaction. Just pure psychological warfare. Roy Jones Jr. and Floyd Mayweather have officially gone viral. Every boxing legend under the sun is chiming in with their predictions, and the takes are spicy. Manny Pacquiao didn't hold back. He said Roy Jones Jr. wouldn't just beat Floyd, he'd knock him out. In Manny's eyes, Roy's power, timing, and angles could end the fight in dramatic fashion. Oscar De La Hoya took a different angle, pointing to the mental game. He warned that if someone goes after Floyd, they'd better be ready, because Floyd hits back harder. Bernard Hopkins added a more calculated take, saying Floyd is taking a risky approach, methodically exposing weaknesses Roy picked up from past battles, and doing it with...
I think it was more of a show of a man vulnerability at that moment when Roy was fighting Tarver, I believe, or Glenn Johnson. One thing that I've learned over the years, and I was a villain of it, to put a man down when he's down at his side or when he's down by a punch. I'll say that if you look at Roy Jones' defeats and you look at his longevity of victory and very unorthodox, unusual, probably never be again style that he had, I think that good of him in his era will always, and stands now, overshadows anything that went the opposite, means defeat. Roy Jones' rewards and his victories supersede 10 times than his defeats. That's the way I'll answer that.
Things turned personal when Floyd's uncle, Jeff Mayweather, spoke up. Knowing Floyd's style inside out, he made it clear. If he's backing this plan, Floyd is fully locked in. Now James Toney, different vibe. He didn't hesitate. If they fight, Floyd's gotta go, straight up. Antonio Tarver offered a bit more balance, saying yes, Floyd is one of the smartest fighters to ever do it. But Roy's an all-time great with freakish talent. When you break it all down, this one's turning into a generational war. Floyd's technical genius versus Roy's explosive legacy. and the whole boxing world split right down the middle.
I do have another question. What do you think about Floyd and Roy? I said boxing is hot. It's the Devin Haney era. You got the OGs, the double OGs, the triple OGs. You got the baby Gs. Everybody is fighting for a spot. What a glamorous and great time to be in the boxing business, especially when you got the best fighter in the world.
So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.